Are you under the impression that you need to go through pain and suffering to experience fulfillment? Perhaps in the past you have pushed yourself through rigorous gauntlets, and sometimes you experience breakthroughs, but most of the time you end up feeling worse, drained, tired, and you never actually end up experiencing that fulfillment. Well, there is another way, and today I am going to teach you how. My name is Kyle Bennell, and I help people who feel stuck, lost, and unfulfilled experience freedom, hope, and purpose through inspirational speaking and teaching about life and spirituality. And today, I am excited to help you to discover the genius inside you and how you can express it in service to the world. Today we are going to talk about pain and suffering as a means for fulfillment. And many of us believe that we need to go through pain and suffering to experience fulfillment. I am reminded of the scene in Happy Gilmore when Adam Sandler stands in front of the pitching machine and he gets pelted by baseballs to toughen him up for hockey season the next year.
Oh, God, I love it. Awesome. Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right. 364 more days till next year's hockey tryouts. I got to toughen up. Yeah!
And many of us believe that we need to go through pain and suffering. So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 reasons we believe pain and suffering is necessary, as well as provide you an alternative approach where you can still experience fulfillment that you desire without going through the pain and suffering. The first reason many of us believe we need to go through pain and suffering is because we believe we need to be broken down to be built back up. It's just like when we go to the gym for a workout, we're actually breaking down our muscle, but then in the future it will grow back and be built back up. However, what we need to realize is our bodies and minds only have so much capacity to handle being broken down before we can't be built back up anymore. And many of us are getting so stressed out that our bodies and minds don't have the time or the capacity to rebuild themselves. The second reason many of us believe we need pain and suffering is because we see suffering as a necessary punishment for a wrong choice. We live in a society where if we make a wrong choice, we get punished for it, so we won't be likely to repeat that behavior in the future. However, the opposite is also. If we perform a desired behavior and we reinforce that behavior, we are more likely to repeat that behavior in the future. And studies have shown that reinforcing a desired behavior is a greater indicator of long-term development than punishing an unwanted behavior. And when we get punished, our bodies and minds contract and shut down, whereas if we are reinforced, our bodies and minds expand and evolve. The third reason many of us believe we need pain and suffering is because many people we look up to as successful have had to endure suffering situations. We hear rags to riches stories like the Slumdog Millionaire, George Washington crossing the Delaware River, and we hear celebrities like Muhammad Ali say things like, "You need to suffer now so you can spend the rest of your life like a champion." However, what we do not realize is that in many of these stories, the people did not actively pursue suffering. Rather, life gave them the challenges that they needed when they needed it, and life also provided the breakthroughs when they needed it. There is an alternative approach, an approach where you do not need to go through pain and suffering, and you can still experience the fulfillment you desire. And that is to do what inspires you. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul, and do what you are passionate about. And when you take action on that, you are walking the path you came here to walk. So to recap everything we talked about today, we talked about 3 reasons people believe pain and suffering is necessary for fulfillment. And those are because we believe we need to be broken down to be built back up. We also see suffering as necessary for punishment. And finally, many people that we see as successful have had to endure suffering situations. However, we also learned that our bodies and minds only have so much capacity to be broken down before they can't be built back up anymore. We also learned that reinforcing a desired behavior is a greater indicator of long-term development. And we also learned that in many of these stories where the successful people had to go through suffering, they didn't actively pursue that suffering. Rather, life provided them the challenges that they needed when they needed it, and life also provided the breakthroughs when they needed it. And finally, When you take action on what inspires you and you take action on what you are passionate about, you can still experience that fulfillment without having to push yourself through rigorous pain and suffering. I wish you well on your journey as you pursue what you are passionate about, and I send love, peace, and blessings to you. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in today, and if you found this content valuable, there are 3 things that I want you to do. Number 1, go to KyleBunnell.com. That is KyleBunnelle.com, and sign up for the exclusive video 3 Morning Connections to inspire you for the rest of your day. When you sign up for this video, not only will you be receiving it, but you will also be receiving daily minute motivations, which are inspirational videos that take less than a minute to watch that I will send to you every morning. Second, like this content and follow, subscribe to, and interact on all our social media channels and platforms. Let me know your challenges and how I can be of best service to you. And third, tune in next week where I will provide you with more content to help you to discover the genius inside you and how you can express it in service to the greater whole. I am honored, blessed, and privileged to be here with you on your journey, and I am here to inspire you every step of your way.